Welcome to Oud Base, and today we are going to be sampling some of Rising Phoenix's attars and ouds.
Yeah.
Yeah? Am I right in saying that?
Fun times. Yeah, I think I may have pulled out an oud oil or two, a sandalwood, and then a few attars. I offer a pretty diverse selection of products, and so I can overwhelm people pretty quickly. But I pulled out a few things that people seem to be reaching for these days.
Okay, excellent. So, how about me asking you, which is your favorite out of these? Out of these particular ones?
That's a really good question. And follow me, I'm sure you guys are the same way. Depends on the weather, the time of year, my mood, what I might be doing. You know, everything I make I think is really easy to wear, and I come from, I find with everyone, people find my oils both exotic and familiar.
Yeah.
So it's like I get a lot of Gulf and Far Eastern customers, and to them it feels familiar with my kind of American twist, which is exotic for them.
Yeah.
Whereas my customers in the West, particularly in the US where I'm based out of, my products feel exotic with some familiarity as well, because I'm making them from my perspective.
Yeah.
And so I've had several people coming through the show here telling me like, yeah, we've noticed that the other guys, their products really do smell like Middle Eastern, and yours smell familiar Middle Eastern. Like I've had two people use that expression, and I was like, okay. And like, I think it's just because you're not from this culture. You're not from this, you know, part of the world, and so
you bring your unique take on it. And
which is fun, right?
Yeah.
That's my unique angle.
Okay. So which one should we start off with? Let's start off with this one from this end. So this is what's it called? It's called
Sicilian Vanilla.
Yeah.
So the story on this is I ran across an old 1890s advertisement for pipe tobacco from Sicily.
Right.
And I just really liked the advertisement. I did a little bit of research on pipe tobacco formulations, and this is what I came up with. It's essentially vanilla, tobacco, blackcurrant or cassis, and jasmine.
Oh wow.
And the floral notes are really there to accentuate the sweet and the tobacco.
Oh my goodness, that's just out of this world.
Thanks. So some people get vanilla and some people get tobacco.
Yeah.
Do you smell more of a gourmand fragrance or more of a tobacco fragrance?
I'm smelling the vanilla. I'm smelling the vanilla and slightly the tobacco.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting because some people tell me this is like a straight up tobacco fragrance, and other people tell me this is a really nice vanilla fragrance, and I can never tell.
It's got the vanilla, it's got the sweet, it's got this honey kind of like sweet and vanilla, and there's a nuances of tobacco.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I'm more on the vanilla side of it more than anything, really, to be quite honest.
Well, this is one of our best sellers.
Yeah, it's a very good one. Yeah.
Thank you. And the next one here is the Musgroves Outdoor, which also is a really good seller.
Yeah.
We had an IAO award nomination for this a few years back.
Oh wow.
And if you guys are familiar with Zoologist, Dodo launches here soon, which I composed. Victor from Zoologist and I met at the IAO Awards back when this was nominated.
Oh,
so
wow.
There's kind of a story behind that.
Oh, wow, there you go.
So this fragrance has become near and dear to my heart because it's helped with some other
award-winning
cool
fragrance here, guys.
Hey! So tell me what you get from this, Musgroves Outdoor.
Man. Musgroves. See, that's not like normal Musgroves Outdoor. Yeah, I'm smelling the rose, but it's like, is it rose? It's almost like not rose.
It's like a three-dimensional rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the dry down, you get some really neat apricot notes.
Yeah.
And people tell me
most of the time with musk and rose, you tend to like, it's very strong and pungent, and the rose really kind of tend to go up your nose and knock you out almost. But this one's really kind of, it's really smooth, smooth.
And it wears beautifully.
Yeah,
it does all kinds of twists and turns on the skin. So folks really enjoy it.
It almost smelled like lily in there. Was there some sort of lily in there? I don't know.
That's what I mean. People pull interesting things out.
Yeah.
Let's do man musk next.
Okay.
So a lot of folks ask me, what's a masculine fragrance you make? What's a feminine fragrance you make? Really, everything I make is unisex.
Yeah.
And I've given up trying to figure out what people are gonna like. Musgroves Outdoor, which is, you know, kind of floral and maybe a little feminine.
Yeah.
I sell to a ton of men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man Musk, which is like green, foresty, and even the name Man Musk. There's tons of women that end up buying it. Like, I can't make sense.
Yeah, I can see. I can smell.
It's a really masculine. It smells like Dad's aftershave or something.
Yeah. But it's got a tobacco note to it as well, right?
Like the 70s or 80s Chypre.
Yeah.
And of course, there's lots of men that buy it. I'm just surprised at the number of women that'll buy this.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I can sit here all day smelling this stuff. Really, it's the most therapeutic experience in my life.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yeah. Wow.
So those are a few attars.
Yeah.
Here comes a new oud oil that we're going to be releasing. This is 0 to 50. It's a. Well, tell me if you can figure out where this is from.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a little swipe of that.
Take a little swipe of that. Tell me what comes to mind when you smell that.
Oh, that is different now.
Can you take a gander where it's from?
Is it Indian?
No.
You'd think it's Indian though, wouldn't you?
Just from the opening notes, maybe.
Oh, it's changing now. Laos? Is that Laos?
No. It's getting further away.
Burma?
No.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Comes from an island nation.
Indonesian?
No.
Island nation? Well, it's not, Henan, is it Henan?
No, that's from Sri Lanka.
Sri Lankan?
Yeah.
Wow.
So this oil, we had some fun. We like getting kind of creative with what we do.
I'm blown up. Seriously?
Yeah. So we took 6 pots and we distilled, not distilled. We soaked one for 50 days, one for 40 days, one for 30 days, one for 20, 10, and no soak.
Yeah.
Then we mixed all the wood together and distilled it after 50 days. And that's hence the name, from 0 to 50.
Ah.
And so it's got this really complex, you know, really smooth funk barnyard opening that
Yeah.
some people would think might be Burma, Laos, you know, Hindi. But then it does weird stuff on the skin. And when we first distilled the oil...
We'll be keeping a good eye on this one.
When we first distilled the oil and I was wearing it, I was like, what the heck am I smelling?
Yeah.
You know, like they're the oils we produce, and sometimes I myself am like, what is this?
Yeah.
But the more I've worn it, it's like I just want to splash it all over. Yeah, it's like I just want to rub it all over.
Yeah, the vetiver kind of. Wow.
It's an unusual oil. Isn't
It's
it?
very unusual, very, very unusual. You would not think it's Sri Lankan at all. It's mind blowing, this one.
All right, let's throw you another curveball.
Come on then.
So most people have never heard of Pailin. Do you know where Pailin is?
Pailin, yeah, Cambodia.
Okay, well, you're one of the few because
Yeah.
most people I talk to have never heard of Pailin.
Yeah.
For Chinese oud lovers,
Yeah.
this is the Cambodian oil for Chinese oud lovers.
Okay.
Tell me what you get out of this.
It's probably not anything like my Cambodi then. Yeah, I'll get the Cambodi.
Yeah, but it's got a very kind of citrus zesty opening.
This is a good Cambodi.
Yeah, it's reminiscent of like Chinese oils with that citrus zest. It'll dry down into some Cambodi fruits, but as you get into the base of it, it's if you're familiar with pu'er tea, I'm a big tea drinker.
Yeah.
Pu'er is a type of fermentation and aging process for certain types of teas. A lot of folks in Asia drink them.
Yeah.
And it really has a really nice pu'er dry down. So it kind of starts Chinese, wanders into Cambodi territory, and then wanders back into Chinese kind of tea town.
Where is that one again? Sorry.
This is the Pailin.
Okay. I'll tell you what. From this particular one, I bet you that they will probably make about 10 free meals out of this. It's so pure. This one. It's really good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Because that's what they tend to do, don't they? They tend to like mix it with, to try and get as much you know, oils out of it as possible. Just you know, just it's all about money, you know. But
yeah, when you get these pure single small batch distillations, you can get.
This is passion right here.
Yeah, glad you think so.
No, for sure, man.
So I have a Sri Lankan sandal series. That's my umami series, and most people know the term umami from like a culinary perspective because you know it means savory or meaty or But really, when I think of umami, Japanese term means taste.
Okay.
But what it really is like taste.
Yeah.
Like good. Like
Yeah.
You know, and I tell people I want my relationships to have umami.
Okay.
You know, I really like the aesthetics of things. I want my eyes to have umami. You know, I want the words coming out of my mouth to be, you know, good, clean, pure words, right? Umami out of my, like I want umami in my life. And so this oil smells a bit, let's see your wrist here, smells a bit like almond biscuits and creme brulee, but it's a pure sandalwood oil.
Wow.
And for a sandal, it's got...
It's sandalwood, but it's a different, it's just... Wow. You're right, it has that kind of creamy... Because most sandal, it's got the florals, but...
It's kind of like a creme brulee, a sweet vanilla note.
Yeah.
It's like a pastry sandalwood.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
And then it dries down to be real warm, woody.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lovely oil.
Oh man.
We got one more for you to look at.
Okay.
So I have a few special batches of Taif Rose, and getting the real stuff. Most people don't realize that the bulk of what's on the market is, if not entirely a creation of perfumery, then it's usually diluted.
Yeah.
The same way that like lavender coming out of France, they sell 80 times more lavender than they produce.
Yeah.
So it's not all lavender coming out.
I mean, I heard Taif Rose, most of it goes to the royal families and stuff like that, and then only a small percentage of it will be sold.
Right.
So yeah, it's very hard to get and extremely expensive. Yeah.
So this is a Taif Attar that I made.
Okay.
Take a whiff of this and tell me if you can pick up anything out of that. I know we're not giving you much time, but in the dry down, it just dances on the skin.
Yeah, this is the thing about doing interviews and stuff like that. You know, there's just not enough time to really explain. Man, this is definitely one of the best I've smelled in terms of rose. You know it's natural.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that kind of, that synthetic stuff.
It doesn't smell soapy. It doesn't smell. Doesn't tickle the back of your throat or anything.
Yeah, this Taif Rose is, wow, another mind-blowing Attar. Is there any more left?
No? We've gone through all of them. I didn't want to take too much of your time.
So now is where it's really starting to kick in now. The dry down, this is where you're going to get the magic coming through. Yeah, and this Sri Lankan, it's changing
0 to
a lot.
50 is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really changing a lot. What other one did you give me as well? This was the
that is the Pailin.
Pailin, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just a bit confused with all the...
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's the
Pailin
Pailin.
is very good, man.
On the inside of your right wrist,
yeah,
you've got the Umami Crema.
Wow. Wow, this one's really good, man. It's sandalwood, right?
Yeah, Sri Lankan sandal. Wow.
It just makes you want to buy a whole bucket load of this stuff. Do you know what I mean?
That's allowed. That's allowed.
Especially if you're an addict like me. Wow. Really, I mean, I'm blown away. And seriously, guys, if you get the chance, go onto his site. And where can we find you, by the way?
So I use Etsy as a platform, if you're familiar with Etsy. And you can look up Rising Phoenix Perfume. If you do a Google search for J.K. DeLapp Rising Phoenix, you should get probably a good 10 or 12 pages of hits. Yeah. All kinds of interviews and things that you can read, lots of information out there.
Wow.
So look up Rising Phoenix Perfume. You can follow us on Instagram as well, Rising Phoenix Perfume.
Yeah.
We're on Facebook as well under the same name. So come find me, guys. I'm looking for you.
Well, thank you. Really, completely blown me away and educated me on your range of oils.
Well, I appreciate it.
And well, We'll be hanging around today and be catching up with you later.
Thanks so
for your
much.
time, brother.
Pleasure
Thank you.
chatting with you guys.
Have a nice day, guys.